Okay, so now I completed the booking detail service IMPL, which is a implementation class of the RPC interface in the booking microservice here. And I created the booking application, and this is a very common Spring application, right? So we have an annotation of Spring Boot application. So what now is, the first thing is, when these booking microservices, this Spring application, when it's running, I want to run the RPC client. How can I do it? This RPC client is defined in the RPC Framework project. And now this is the booking. You can imagine that now a user is using our framework, and then he just completed creating this booking module, and he wants to start this application. And when this Spring application starts, he wants this application to be an RPC client. So what we can do is that we need to import the RPC client into this module. So the easiest way is to create an interface. It's the annotation called enable RPC client. Okay, enable RPC client, and basically we can define all the necessary property for this annotation. So target is type because it can be supported by you can put it on class only. Okay, so also we can use an import. This annotation is provided by Spring. Okay, then we can import an RPC client. And the last step is we put this annotation on the service you want to start here. We import it. And now since you have this annotation put on the Spring application, so when Spring application starts, it scans your annotation and it can scan the import. This import annotation is provided by Spring Boot, and it can import a class as a bin definition. Alright, so you can, once you put the class here in the import, using the import annotation, this class will be managed by Spring Boot. So what we need to do is that because we want to start the RPC client, meaning that when Spring Boot started, this class is going to be instantiated. So an instance of RPC client is going to be created by Spring Boot and managed by Spring Boot. So we can because when an instance of the RPC client is created, we can have another annotation called post-construct. So this post-construct method is going to be called, and then I make a mistake here, right? So we cannot put the start method here because this is constructor. So we can do it like that. We can initialize method, and we put the start of the connection here, and then we can add an annotation called post-construct. So this method is called after the property of the bin is set, or after the property of the bin is ready. So this method, it's going to be called afterwards, after the bin the instance of the bin is created and all the properties are set and injected. and then this post construct method is called. Alright, so when Spring Boot take over this class, it created a bin for it, and then when the bin is created, the instantiation completed, and then initialization is completed afterwards, and then this method is called. Okay, and then initialize method, and then connect to the server. Now let's come back into the booking application here. So once we have this annotation, that means we have RPC client running in this project, in this booking module. So our true requirement specification here is when this RPC is running up, on the time it's running, we need to scan all RPC methods. We need to scan all the RPC methods in the booking, in this booking module. All right, okay, so how could we do it? Let's continue.